welcome back. So I'm going to go over goal setting. This is like more of an interactive sort of thing. So grab your favorite highlighters, your pens, and a journal, and let's get going. So this is something that I do at the beginning of every month. I love it because it's super easy to track which goals you're actually working towards, and then you can kind of check back at the end of the month and see all of the progress that you've made. So first things first, pick 3 big goals that you want to work on this month. After you've chosen the 3 goals that you want to work on, let's make a list of all of the action items for each goal that you're going to take. So this is basically just a to-do list for each goal. And I'll give you an example of mine. So if one of my goals was to lose 10 pounds, maybe, right? Maybe that's my big goal. By the end of the month, I want to lose 10 pounds. I'm going to make a to-do list of all of the things that I can do that will get me to that end goal. So a couple of things that would be on my to-do list would be things like choose a workout program. Maybe find a group of other women that are also working out that can hold me accountable to my goals. Another to-do could be to take my before pictures, take my before measurements, choose a healthy eating plan, make myself a healthy grocery list so that I can prepare for the week. Things like that you can really break up into kind of like bite-sized chunks that you can do throughout the week, throughout the month. And so you're preparing yourself, but you're also moving closer and closer to your goals every day. Here's a little look at what mine would look like, right? And I like to kind of like color code mine. That way throughout the week while I'm working on tasks, I can see which goal I'm working towards as I'm checking stuff off of my to-do list. So this is what mine would look like. So here you see I have each goal written out. So maybe one of my goals is to finish 3 books. Maybe the next goal is to publish 3 blog posts. And then my third goal could be lose 10 pounds. Then under each one, I have all of my to-dos for each goal listed out. So this is just kind of like a brainstorming session, right? Like you're just trying to figure out what are all of the possible things I could do to reach this goal. So that's my brainstorming session, and I've also color-coded each goal, right? So my finish 3 books is pink, my publish 3 blogs is purple, and my lose 10 pounds is blue. So then I'm going to go on to break it down into the weekly chunks. So when I go to plan my week, I'm going to choose 3 things from each goal that I want to do that week. So I'm going to look at that big to-do list that I just made under my first goal to read 3 books, and I'm going to choose 3 of those to-dos. So maybe this week, one of the things I'm going to do is choose those 3 books. So that's a task that I could check off my to-do list. The next one could be read 3 chapters of the book that I'm on right now each day. So I know that I can go through and I can actually block off time each day to make sure that I'm getting that task done Monday through Friday. And then the third one I could do for that goal is journal 15 minutes a day if I'm wanting to kind of retain the information that I'm getting, right? If I want to kind of focus on what I'm listening to and what I'm reading and making sure that I'm taking something away, I can block out that 15 minutes each day to make sure that I'm writing things down, what I learned from the book, things that I loved, things like that. Goal number 2, a couple of the to-do lists I could do. Set up my hosting site and buy the domain name for my blog. So if my second goal is to publish 3 blog posts, but I don't even have a blog, right? That's just what my goal is. One of my to-dos could be find the site I want to use. You know, maybe it's Squarespace, maybe it's something else that I want to have as my hosting site. I could buy the domain name, like the website name that I want it to have. Just these small little steps that you can take that'll get you closer to the big goal. So setting up my hosting site and buying a domain name could be one of them. Brainstorm blog posts, that could be another thing that I could do this week. And take some pictures for those blog posts. So that could be another thing that I could do this week. And then for goal number 3, which is lose 10 pounds, one of the things that I could do this week for that goal could be to take my before pictures and take my before measurements. Another thing that I could do for that goal this week is find an accountability group. So find a group of other women that are maybe doing the same workout program as me, or maybe they're just working out too, and I know that they can hold me accountable. So I'll go out and I'll find a group of women, and then I'll choose a workout plan. So those are my 3 to-dos. So in each category for my week, I have 3 to-dos. So this is what it looks like. So up at the top, I have my week, and then I have each goal written out with the 3 things that I'm going to do for that goal this week. So then when I'm going throughout the week and I have a task for each day, I can highlight it pink and I'll know that I'm working towards this first goal. So this is really, really helpful because by the end of the week, ideally, I will have gotten done 9 tasks that have moved me closer to those 3 goals. So if you're sticking to this plan every single week, by the end of the month, you have done so much. You've put such a big dent towards hitting that goal that even if you don't hit it, you're so much closer than you were at the beginning of the month, and you know that you're taking action every single day, and you know you have tangible steps that you can take to make sure that you get there. And then the last step when I'm planning my goals is just my day-to-day planning. So if on Monday I decide that I want to get 3 tasks done on Monday, because maybe I have a ton of time on Mondays. Maybe my kids are in school longer on Mondays. Maybe we have a babysitter. Maybe I just don't have any other obligations on Mondays, so that I know I can stack myself pretty full of to-dos because I'll have more time. So maybe on Mondays I'm going to take those pictures. Maybe on Mondays I am going to do my before and after measurements and pictures. And then maybe on Mondays I am going to choose my 3 books. So when I go to plan my day in the morning, before anything has started, I'm planning my day. I'm going to go through this weekly list where I wrote down everything I want to get done during the week, and I'm going to choose which tasks I'm going to get done that day. Now, the last part of this is to make sure you stick to it. So something that helps me a lot is Google Calendar. I literally just download the app onto my phone, and it's really cool because you can actually color coordinate like your entire schedule, which is amazing. But what I like to do is when I have tasks like this that I know that I need to get done, I'll actually go into my Google Calendar and I will plan it out. I'll block out time as if it were an appointment, right? Like if you had a doctor's appointment and you were going into your calendar to put in a doctor's appointment, it's going to be a very specific time period and you're going to get it done no matter what. So I will literally go in as if it's an appointment and I will put in take pictures for my blog from noon to 1 p.m. on Monday, and then choose 3 books. That'll probably take me 15 minutes. So I'll schedule out that 15-minute block. That way it's showing up on my phone, it's popping up in front of my face, I see it on my schedule, and it registers as an appointment and it reminds me to do it instead of just writing it down as a to-do and then kind of shoving it in a drawer somewhere and never looking at it again. So this whole plan, these tactics have really helped me a lot. Because it just keeps you organized and you know that you're moving forward on something. Even though they're tiny, tiny little steps that you're taking every single day, it really starts to compound. And then by the end of the month, you see that you got so much done and you've moved forward so much more than you would have if you would have just written down your goals at the beginning of the month and then forgotten about them until the next month. So hopefully this helps you. Grab your highlighters, grab your pens, watch this again, and do your goal planning, because I am telling you, breaking it up into tiny little pieces like this makes things so much less overwhelming, and it helps you take action instead of just sitting there and overthinking your goals. So I will see you guys next time. Bye.